More local now. This is Wave 3 News at 4.
5,000 new jobs are coming to Wave Country. One of the world's largest automakers is planting its flag for the future of their company right here in Wave Country. Thank you for joining us for Wave 3 News at 4. I'm Dawn G. You know the Kentucky Truck Plant and the Louisville Assembly Plant. Now there is a new name in the vehicle game, Blue Oval SK Battery Park. Ford Motor Company is going all in on the future of electric vehicles and is bringing its production to Hardin County. The $11 billion investment will bring new plants to Tennessee and Kentucky, hiring 11,000 new workers in total. Ford tells NBC News it has a plan in place to shift production to electric vehicles over the next decade. Company Chairman Bill Ford said the investment into the new site in Glendale doesn't come without risk, but it is a risk the company is willing to take.
Is this $11 billion investment you're making now, is it still a risky bet, or do you feel better about this one?
Well, listen, of course it's risky. Anytime you bet on a future, it's by definition risky. But it's a bet that I'd make any day of the week because electrification is coming, the battery industry is coming to America, and we just want to be at the forefront of it.
The electric vehicle battery manufacturing complex will be called Blue Oval SK Battery Park. It is expected to begin production in 2025. Imagine 5,000 new jobs are an economic game changer for people looking for work. Governor Andy Beshear is expected to speak soon to make it official. Wave 3 News reporter David Mattingly is in Frankfort waiting for that announcement and has more on what we can expect for the future of car manufacturing in the Commonwealth.
This is the largest economic development investment the state has ever seen, 3 times larger than anything the state has ever done, according to Governor Andy Beshear. In about a half an hour, we will be hearing more about 5,000 new jobs and a 1,500-acre facility coming to Hardin County. The community of Glendale will become transformed into the home of the Blue Oval SK Battery Park. A pair of plants will be constructed there. The plan is for Ford to start rolling out batteries for electric vehicles starting in 2025. In a statement released Monday, Governor Beshear, clearly excited about what's coming, said it will transform our economy, creating a better Kentucky with more opportunities for our families for generations. Our economy's on fire, and now it's electric. Never again will we be thought of as a flyover state. Our time is now. Our future is now. And that future is in electric vehicles, or EVs. Ford will be making these batteries for its next generation of electric F-Series trucks. Ford predicts that in just 9 years, EVs will account for at least 40% of its global sales. We will have more on this coming up shortly, and we will bring it to you live as it happens. At the state capitol, David Mattingly, Wave 3 News.
Thank you, David. Governor Andy Beshear, alongside Ford officials, will make that announcement in Frankfort today. That press conference starts around 4:30, and we will take you to that live as soon as it begins. He was doing the right thing. That's what Tyree Smith's teacher said today, talking about the loss of her student. Smith, a 16-year-old JCPS student, was shot and killed last week while waiting for his school bus. Today, his English teacher talked about what her classroom has been like without him. Wave 3 News reporter Myra Ansari joining us now. Myra, this is so heartbreaking. She described Tyree as a student who was always positive and so kind.
Yeah, Dawn. Emily Cobb says it's been devastating. Tyree's empty desk is so hard to look at. She called Ty a leader. Nearly a week ago on Wednesday, he, along with other students, were waiting at a school bus stop at the corner of Chestnut and Dr. W.J. Hodge Streets in the Russell neighborhood so they could just go to Eastern High School, what they did every morning. Someone in a gray Jeep drove by and opened fire. Tyree was shot and killed. 2 other students were injured, and they're expected to be okay. Cobb says the news is still heartbreaking for students and teachers. Ty was a junior when he died. Cobb was his teacher when he was a freshman.
He was a person that could really make a difference. The way that he could engage others. He can engage, and our classrooms are very diverse. And like I said, he could sit and talk to anybody. He could be talking to a gamer. He could be talking to the cheerleader. He could be talking to the football players. That he really had the opportunity to make an influence on a lot of people's lives.
Kopp says she's been encouraging dialogue and writing to help students cope and just support any way that she can. They talked about what it was like when they found out about what happened to Tyree.
I had students hit the floor crying, literally hit the floor screaming and crying. I had students say, I have no idea what happened, because it wasn't necessarily in the Middletown community. So I basically greeted them at the door, as I always do. You just watch their body language as they come in, and you just wrap them in a bear hug. There's nothing that I could tell them, nothing that I could, I was in the same boat with them.
And Kopp says she has students who haven't been back to school because of what happened last week. They're scared, and so are their parents. Tyree's funeral is this Saturday at King Solomon Baptist Church off of Anderson Street. Police have not made any arrests in this case yet. Dawn?
All right, Myra, thank you. Something we just can't wrap our heads around. Today, Pfizer-BioNTech has submitted data to the FDA to get its COVID-19 vaccine approved for use in kids ages 5 to 11. Before emergency use authorization, the FDA is expected to take several weeks to analyze the data collected in a phase 3 trial. Pfizer said its 2-dose COVID vaccine has shown to be safe while prompting a well-tolerated and robust antibody response in kids. The smaller doses for children produced antibody responses similar to those seen in a study of people 16 to 25 who received full doses. Now to the latest COVID-19 numbers here in Louisville. Despite the high number of cases, while the numbers are finally declining, Wave 3 News reporter Sean Bowdy shows us those numbers and how local health officials say they can keep that trend moving in the right direction.
Just shy of 2,600 cases of COVID-19 reported in Jefferson County over the course of the last week. And while that mirrors some pre-vaccine numbers, there is a downward trend.
So downward is encouraging. It means more people are wearing masks and staying home when they are sick. But it also means that Delta is still looking for everyone it has not found yet.
Louisville's chief health strategist, Dr. Sarah Moyer, says this trend can continue. Already down over 1,000 cases from 1 week prior. Moyer, as she has for months and months, says it will take more vaccinations and more mask wearing. She cited a new study that proves how effective masks are, especially in schools.
Schools that did not have mask requirements were 3.5 times more likely to have COVID outbreaks compared to schools that started the year with the mask requirement. So thank you to all of our schools in Jefferson County that did start the school year with that mask requirement. That is helping us get our numbers down.
Moyer says another big factor in why more people are taking precautions like vaccinations is to avoid being another victim of the Delta variant. In Louisville, Sean Bowdy, Wave 3 News.
Still ahead, shipping issues across the world are causing panic at overseas pumps and causing the price you pay this holiday season to go up. A local boy battling a nervous system disorder gets his wish granted today as he becomes Jeffersontown Chief of Police. He's letting us tag along for his very first investigation.